in a game on, but how are you feeling after that?
Feeling pretty good. Made a little bit of a misstep in the game 2, but thankfully we didn't need to go to game 3 to close it out, so got a little bit lucky on that one.
A little bit of a back and forth series there. I want to talk about game 1. There was one specific play there, targeting down the Archeops with Greninja and the idea to follow up with Sableye. Has that been really your main approach to the matchup? Of course, Manaphy can step in the way, but once that's gone, is that really how you like to approach those situations of just getting rid of the Archeops?
Yeah, pretty much as soon as possible you want to remove the Archeops from play, or just like pressure them, and if they have the Stoutland play that turn, they got it, but if they don't, then they don't get the Stoutland for the rest of the game. So you kind of force them to have the Stoutland play aggressively, and they do the same thing when they go with the early Stoutland. They force me to have the Snorlax Choice Spell early, so we go back and forth with that. But yeah, that's basically it. Just put pressure on the Pokemon. It's a 2 for 2, 2 attacks for 2 prize cards, Greninja and Sableye, so you're not really losing tempo by going for it.
A lot of things behind you. I heard the Snorlax Choice Spell. These are all additions that have been added over the last 3 or 4 months now at this point that you're playing. So, of course, we saw this deck in Orlando. We see how you guys have, essentially your team has evolved this deck over and over again. What did you maybe consider differently going into this event, and what changes did you really make to get yourself into a spot where you're still playing essentially the same deck, right? You're playing with the same cards, but making adjustments to what you're expecting?
Yeah, the biggest thing is the Dragonite, like going a little bit more aggressively with that, adding the Sky Seal Stone to up your Goodra and Ardura matchups is really good. Just it swings really hard, so that's like the main adjustment. And then we kind of like fell back to, you know, the Zeraora and the Snorlax, but I mean, yeah, I mean, there's not too much to say about it really. It's just kind of like, it still feels like the best way to play Lost Box. None of my group really likes Ray, so I still think Ray's good, but yeah, we just went with this one.
Absolutely. Lots of ways to play this deck, but of course this is the one that you've been sticking through. Seeing the field now, are you feeling pretty confident in your choice? Are you feeling confident in the way you've selected your cards so far?
Yep, it's pretty predictable at this point. All the best players bring Lugia, so if you feel like you got a 50-50 or slightly advantage, then you're good to go.
Yeah, put in a lot of work with this deck, a lot of decisions. We saw that in stream, but it's all worth it at the end if you can take Lugia down. Thanks, Azul, as well, for playing on stream, giving us a great show.